Greetings, my dear viewers. I am Ragion, and welcome to a new series I'd like to call Canon Analyzed. In this series, I'm going to take a look at the canon of many different franchises and go over vague segments within those canons and try to explain them using the information we get within the canon to try to figure out what it means. For example, in the Star Wars franchise, Jar Jar Binks has shown Force-like abilities, yet, despite popular theories, is not a Sith Lord. Now, I've probably just started a debate in the comments section because I said the name Jar Jar Binks, and I'm going to have to explain that in another video. Anyway, today's topic is on the Pokemon franchise, more specifically, the Holon Region. Now, the Holon Region, it was only mentioned in the trading card game in the following sets: EX Delta Species, EX Legend Maker, EX Holon Phantoms, EX Crystal Guardians, and EX Dragon Frontiers. And the cards exclusive to this set had this symbol, which is the lowercase letter Delta. Not the uppercase, the lowercase. Anyway, the main story... By the way, did you know the TCG had its own story? I just thought it tied into the games and the anime. Anyway, the story of these sets is that a group of scientists inhabited the Holon region in search of Mew. And during one of their experiments to try to locate Mew, they accidentally messed with the magnetic field of the region, causing some of the Pokemon to change, creating the Delta species. And yes, I will be explaining the Delta species in a later video. But for now, we're just looking at the Holon region and trying to find its real-world location. Alright, so, in order to find the real-world location, because we don't actually have a map of the Holon region, or any trivia of the Holon region that helps us with its location, we need to be able to find it with important locations that are mentioned. And yes, I am aware there is a fan game called Pokemon Insurgents that focuses on the Holon region as a major plot point. However, that's a fan game, it is not canon. But, if anybody knows how to get a hold of that game, please let me know. I have been dying to play it. It looks amazing. Anyway, off topic. Let's go ahead and take a look at the important locations in the Holon region, which will help us find its real-world location. Starting off with the main community of the region, the city of Holon. Yes, hardy hard, the main city of the region, named Holon, is also called Holon. That will be important later. The forest that surrounds this city is known as Mirage Forest, and as you go down south, the forest becomes dotted with marshes as you come closer to our next location, Holon Lake. Holon Lake is the home of a shiny Gyarados and a strange rock formation. According to Bulbapedia, this was very similar to the Lake of Rage. Probably not that important, but we just know there is a shiny Gyarados in this lake, along with a strange rock formation. The lake has a mountain range surrounding a portion of it. This is definitely going to be a clue to where we are in the world. There's also a mysterious island just off the shore of Holon, this island being the focus of the Crystal Guardians set. It has special crystals that grow naturally, and there is little human activity. Also, there is a distant island chain also off the shore of Holon. While we have little information about this, we do know it is the focus of EX Dragon Frontiers, and it is the home of many powerful Pokemon. So, how are we going to find Holon? Well, the answer is simple. Mew. As I stated before, Holon was inhabited by scientists who were trying to locate Mew. And, according to Mew's Pokédex entry, it is a mythical Pokemon of South America which had been thought extinct. And that is our location for the Holon region, South America. But I wouldn't be here if I couldn't pinpoint the exact location of the region. The Holon region, its exact location is Chile and Argentina. Let me explain. Alright, so why do I think that it is Chile and Argentina and not somewhere else in South America, like Brazil? Well, put simply, the locations we just talked about. First and foremost, let's look at the city of Holon and its real-world counterpart, Santiago del Estero, the capital of Santiago del Estero Province. Boom. There. There is our Holon city. Now, while I do not have a name for the Mirage Forest in the real world, we do know there is plenty of national parks in the area that have rainforests. So that is perfectly fine. But what about Holon Lake and the surrounding mountains? While there are several lakes that are south of Santiago del Estero, there are 2 lakes specifically that are perfect for Holon Lake: Lago Argentino and Lago Vidma. As for the surrounding mountains, both of these lakes, directly next to each other and practically connected, so I'm counting them as one lake just for the sake of the region, do have surrounding mountains. The mountains are the Andes Mountains. We're going to put a pin in that because that sounds really familiar. Alright, so what about the distant island chain? Because that's going to be a little trickier to work with. Well, not any specific island chain could be pinned as the distant island chain in Holon. The closest I can find was actually seen on the map, and that was the Falkland Islands. I don't have much information on it, so you can take that one with a grain of salt. But our mysterious island, however, that was the best piece that I was able to find. The mysterious island. Can you guess what island in South America corresponds to Holon's mysterious island? Easter Island. It's practically a 1-for-1 match. Minus the crystals, but that could be chalked up to the Easter Island heads that could be found on Easter Island. It's almost perfect. So this is our location for the Holon region, Chile and Argentina. I should probably draw up a map for the Pokemon region. See what it would look like as a game. That would be interesting. It'll definitely be different from Insurgents. Anyway, there are some closing notes I want to go ahead and discuss. This image right here is from the Field Worker card, which was released in the Holon sets. I want to take a look at these berries right here that our Field Worker is holding. Now, these berries closely represent the Habanberry, which, upon further inspection, are based on the strawberry guava, which just so happens to be native to Argentina. Now, how great is that? That's just another small piece of information that ties the Holon region to South America. It's native fruit. Now, next point I want to go over is the Andes Mountains. The reason why it sounded so familiar to me is that it was mentioned in the audio drama The Birth of Mewtwo, where Miyamoto, Jesse's mother, was the head of a research team looking for Mew. It's said that she was lost in a blizzard. 18 years later, the fossilized Mew eyelash that we see at the beginning of the Mewtwo Strikes Back movie was found. And just a side note, the set EX Delta species was released in 2005, making these current events set after the audio drama and Mewtwo. Well, viewers, I do hope you enjoyed this in the little video, and here is a picture of Miyamoto. I forgot to scroll. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this has been Ragion, and I am offline. If you want to see more Pokemon content, my brother channel Theory Break, tongue tie, has videos on the Pokemon timeline that include Ash's journey. While I do need to update them, they still have some valid information. Also, I would recommend checking out the channels Birdkeeper Toby, Loxton and Noggin, The J Wits, MNJTV, The Aura Guardian, Dobbs, and also Verlicify. Now, if you want more Holon analysis, Birdkeeper Toby does have a video on Delta species Pokemon, which I will try to link in the description. And I will make sure to release more Holon analysis videos on this channel in the future.